Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh, He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, These Are 5 Jobs That Men Who Are Cheaters Have. Right, ladies? So these are the top 5 professions that you can Google that a lot of times these types of jobs or industries house a lot of men who are prone to be cheaters. You know, statistically, men who cheat have these types of jobs, you know? And what I've noticed when I was looking through this list, one thing in common that all 5 of these either have is usually is men that either have a lot of status, a lot of money, or they have a lot of time on their hands to be able to cheat, right? So that's something that all of these have in common is men that are in powerful positions and have money and have the access to certain women and are able to have their pick of the litter, so to speak, right? They're very highly established men a lot of times. And you just got to be careful when it comes to dealing with certain men with certain job titles, because clearly, you know, they've done studies that these types of men are usually the cheaters, usually the ones that will cheat on their girlfriend, fiance, or their wife. They'll leave you for another woman, one of these women, at their job or outside their job, you know, sometimes even at their job. Sometimes it's a co-worker at their job and they having sex with co-workers on their job, or they're having sex with outside women, you know, stuff like that. So you just gotta be careful when it comes to dating certain men. So statistically, these are top 5 men that you need to stay away from if they have these job titles, okay? So without further ado, ladies, we're gonna jump right into it. And per usual, again, I'm gonna give you my top 5 jobs of men who are cheaters, okay? So we're going number 1. So number 1, the first job of a man who is a cheater, number 1 is truck drivers, pilots, men who are in the transportation type of industry, right? So a lot of times, let's start off with truck drivers. It's a lot of truck drivers who statistically are notorious or known for being cheaters, right? Think about it like this. He a truck driver, so he on the road for a long time, right? So usually on that road, when he's gone for weeks and weeks at a time, sometimes he might be gone for months at a time and don't come back home till a few weeks or a few months and then come back home to be able to spend time with you. So while he's gone all this time, so he might be driving long hours, right? This man, he might drive for a long time. And maybe he do a truck stop in this city. He do a truck stop in that city. He in this town. He in that town. So he might make a truck stop real quick, get out, stretch his legs, might see something, And guess what? If you know, a lot of truck drivers, it's a thing called lot lizards. Have you ever heard of a lot lizard? A parking lot lizard? They call them lot lizards. Basically, there are women that go from truck stop to truck stop and they knock on each man's truck, waving them down. Hey, would you like to have sex with me in exchange for a couple dollars, right? You give me a couple dollars, I'll do some things in the truck for you, if you know what I mean, right? So there are women, they're streetwalkers, women that sell their body, women that, give away their booty to men in exchange for money, right? So they're called lot lizards. You can look it up, or if you know somebody that's a truck driver, ask them what a lot lizard is. They'll tell you. Or they'll start laughing. They start laughing, hey, it's women out there that literally, that's how they make their money. That's how they make their hustle. They go from truck stop to truck stop, talking to different men to try to have sex with them in their truck, right? Because that's their clientele. It's a bunch of men that's on the road, away from their family, away from their wife, away from their girlfriend, away from a lot of booty that back in the city, and they might want something real quick. And they're a truck driver, so they got some money. They got a couple dollars on them. They got a little money, so they able to, get a little woman. Here go a couple dollars here. Let's do something in the truck real quick. Hey, let's have sex in the truck real quick. And I'll send you on your way, and you can go to the next truck and knock on the next guy's door. So it's a lot of truck drivers like that. Or even when he come back in town, guess what? He done racked up so much money making these drop-offs and transporting goods and services to the next town or whatever. A lot of times, guess what? He got money. So now that he got money, now he on his off days or when he do come back in town, now he fresh and fly. He look good. He got nice designer clothes and jewelry on. He might buy himself a nice car. He got a nice apartment. He living good, right? He just be gone a lot. But now that he back at home, he like, hey, I'm fresh and fly. I can flex now. I can show off how good I look with all the money I got to all these different women. So now he becomes more appealing to other women because he got money, right? So, you know, he might not just cheat on you while he on the road. He might cheat on you even when he come back in town because he just want more attention. Or maybe when he was on the road for so long, guess what? He was probably, while you think he on the phone with you the whole time, nah, you got to go to work. You got this and that. He ain't got nothing but time. He on the road. So while he on the road, bored, you know, he might listen to some music, stuff like that. But you know he on the phone with somebody. If he not on the phone with you, who you think he on the phone with for hours and hours and hours? Another woman. He probably talking to another woman all that time he on the road, on his little headset. He talking on the phone, driving to another woman, you know? So you just got to be careful about dating certain types of men that are in certain types of industries, right? Let's talk about pilots. You know, pilots are kind of the same way. They gone for long hours, long days, weeks at a time, maybe sometimes months at a time, depending on the pilot, whatever, you know? And he don't get to see anybody, right? He don't get to see his wife and his family. He don't get to see his girlfriend because he always flying. He flying a plane. So you know he traveling from town to town to town, from city to city, right? So he might be flying all over the world, you know? So if he a pilot, he might be flying everywhere. So sometimes he might make a pit stop and, you know, a rest stop in the city, and you never know what might happen. Maybe that pilot is having sex with some of them flight attendants. Yeah. Some of them little flight attendants and them little bitty skirts and stuff walking around. Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. Would you like some peanuts? Would you like anything to drink? Would you like a beverage? Yeah, those women, the flight attendants, guess what? A lot of them pilots be having sex with the whole plane. You know, all the girls all the flight attendants on that plane, you know? Or something like that. Or maybe when he's get into a new town, you know, he try to see what else is out there, you know? Or maybe he's a flight attendant himself. You know, they're male flight attendants or men that work at the airport. They might not even take flight. They might just work in the airport, at the airport. It's still kind of transportation services, I guess. You know, I guess they assist with the transportation. So it's still included in that industry. A lot of airport workers are cheaters, you know, that are known for being cheaters. So just be careful about men who travel a lot, whether they traveling, whether they flying traveling, whether they, you know, on a boat traveling, whether they on a bicycle traveling, maybe they do Uber, maybe they do Lyft, you know, maybe some of them Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, they come in contact with a lot of, you know, if he's an Uber driver or Lyft driver, it's going to be a lot of women, beautiful women that might get in his car, might have a conversation. He get their number, you know, and they chat from there, you know. Or he just gone long hours, just ripping and running and stuff, you know. So just be careful of men in the transportation industry because they be known to be cheaters, all right? So that's number one. So number two, the second type of man that has this job that you need to watch out for, number two, is professional athletes and musicians, right? Or music artists, whatever. So men who are athletes and men who are in the music industry, right? So let's talk about athletes. If he's a basketball player in the NBA, a football player, a baseball player, a soccer player, a hockey player, a golf player, or whatever ball player he is, guess what? A lot of them, they be cheating. And you want to know how and why they be cheating? Because guess what? Same thing with the transportation, with the truck driver and the pilot. The same thing happens with, athletes, because athletes be gone for long periods of time, just like the truck driver be gone for long periods of time. The athlete be gone for long periods of time traveling, right? The athlete go from city to city. Sometimes the athlete might go overseas somewhere. Sometimes the athlete go over outside the country somewhere to play ball in another country somewhere, you know? So the athlete always traveling. When they go from city to city, they got fans. You don't think they got girls, you know, at those basketball, football, soccer, baseball games? You don't think girls be looking up how much this player make? A woman can literally go on Google and type up and search up your man's salary and say, oh, he make $10 million a year. Oh, wow, he make $13 million a year. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, he make $2 million, $5 million a year. Oh, okay. You know? So a lot of those women, they become groupies. You know, it be groupies at them basketball games. Girls that pay, you know, front row ticket seats. They trying to get the front row, the floor seats, the courtside seats. They sitting courtside for a reason, looking good for a reason. They trying to get one of them basketball players, one of the football players' attention. They on the field, like, trying to get some attention. They at the games. You know, they got groupies. When they go from tour bus to tour bus, you don't think it be groupies that be following them, wanting to, you know, have sex with them? You don't think in their hotel room it be girls that follow these athletes to the hotel room and have sex with them and stuff? And they got the power because they got money. They got money and they got fame. And a lot of athletes, they're really strong and muscular. And they're tall a lot of times. So they're athletic, right? They're tall and strong. So aesthetic-wise, women like them aesthetically. Then they got money. You know, women love money. Then they got status because they popping and they're well known and people know their name and they got some popularity. So a woman can instantly get status just being with this man, and she know all it takes is for him to get me pregnant, and as soon as he get me pregnant, I'm having his baby. I won the jackpot. So she automatically felt like, if I get pregnant, hey, that's my meal ticket. That's my ticket out the hood. You know, it's some women that, you know, they were in the hood before, but they looked good. They was pretty, but they was living really rough. And they ran into a baseball player or, you know, something like that, an athlete. And guess what? He changed her whole life. And maybe she got pregnant. She ain't got work no more. You know, child support coming in, you know, all this and that. Her whole life elevated dealing with this man. So it's going to be women that know your man is they ticket out the hood. So you don't think those women are going to try to do anything they can to get this man's attention? They desperate. It's women that's desperate. It's women that know this man make millions of dollars. If I could get with him and sprinkle a little kitty cat, little booty on him, I can seal the deal and I can have him pay for this and pay for that. And he might be attractive, tall, and muscular, you know, and work out and stuff because he's an athlete. So women like them all the way around. So as a man with all that attention and all these women throwing themselves at you, all these women wanting to give you booty, begging to give you booty. Can you imagine? It's women that beg, please have sex with me. Please, can we kick it? Can I hang out with you? What's going on? Where you going? Where you at, handsome? Where you going, handsome? Can I come with you? Can I come over? Can you come over here? What's up, handsome? You know? It's women that throw themselves at these athletes. And every game, when they on the road, when they on tour, when they in the hotel room, when they out and about, they can't go nowhere. So guess what? They might feel tempted to cheat on you. With all these women, they got all this attention. They get all these options. You got to think, an athlete got he can get pretty much any type of woman he want. He can get the baddies, the girls with the big old booties, the girls with all the pretty long hair and the makeup and the lashes. He can get any woman he want, you know. So it might be hard for him to turn all the women down that he got access to, right? And it goes right into just like a music artist. This man might be a singer. He might be a rapper. He might be a producer. He might be a cameraman that make music videos. He might be a person that makes the instrumentals, you know. He might be the person that, you know, do the engineering, whatever, you know. So a lot of times a man that works in the music industry, even if he owns his own record label, maybe he's the CEO of a record label, or maybe he's just a music artist in general. A lot of times he might just cheat on you because he on the road a lot, he traveling a lot, he perform at different shows. He got millions of fans, especially how big he is. Depending on how big he is, he probably got a whole bunch of fans that know his name and, you know, want to give him some booty, whatever. So chasing him down on his tour bus, he going from city to city to city, performing in this city, performing in that city. And he having sex with so many women that, you know, it might be hard for a man that got money and status and he travel a lot, so he away from you. Keep in mind, these men go for weeks and months without going home. So what you think they doing on the road? They ain't just working. They not just playing ball or making songs or performing songs. They having sex in their free time, right? So be careful about music artists, athletes, you know, ball players, singers, rappers. That whole fame industry, the entertainment industry with money and fame, that is like the biggest ego boost you can give a man is money and fame, right? So that's number 2. So number 3, the third type of job that a man just might cheat on you if he has this job, number 3 is healthcare workers, right? So we talking about doctors, we talking about nurses, we talking about surgeons, we talking about just people that work in the hospital, period. We talking from the surgeon to all the way at the bottom, the janitor. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the lunch ladies in the cafeteria. We talking the people that, you know, in the ER. We talking about people here and there, all in the hospital, right? Just in the hospital, period. People in the hospital be cheating on people in the hospital or with people in the hospital. So if he a doctor, let's say he a doctor, he work long hours. Maybe he work for 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, you know, 16-hour shifts. He working so many hours. Guess what? He's spending more time at work than he do at home. He spend more time at work than he do with you. He spend more time with his female co-workers, you know, them nurses. Yeah, them nurses with the big booty and the scrubs. Yeah. He looking at all them nurses walking around in them scrubs, looking good and stuff. You know, hey doctor, hi doctor. Yeah. You don't think he can easily have sex with them in the hospital? They be having sex in the hospital. They might go to an empty, vacant patient room, have sex in the hospital. They might go to a little storage closet, have sex there. They might go to, you know, one of them single, you know, kind of bathrooms, you know, and have sex in there, you know. So keep in mind, anybody in the health industry will tell you, Anybody that's worked in healthcare in a hospital or big major hospital, they'll tell you people on the job be flirting with each other, having sex with each other. It be real life like drama at the hospital with these doctors and with these nurses, because they spend so much time around each other all the time that they get bonded. He spend more time with his work wife, you know, his female nurse work wife, than he do with you. He spend all day with her. They eat lunch together. They take their breaks together. They work together. They're together all day. When he get home to you, he about tired, going to sleep, and wake back up, and now he got to be with her for the whole rest of the day again. So, and then on top of that, outside of just having sex with people in the hospital, he just got money. You know, men that got money, if he a doctor or he maybe a nurse in a high position, this or that, maybe he doing well. He making a lot of money. So maybe he got a nice car. Maybe he got a nice, you know, apartment or house, and maybe he dressed nice outside of work. So he can get any girl he want outside of work, even when he not at work. You know, in his personal life, he can still get the girls because he got money, and he still got status because he a doctor. And a lot of women, you know, they like that. They like, oh, you a doctor? Oh, okay, you work in the hospital? Oh, all right, you know. So they see dollar signs too, and they willing to give him some booty just because he got money and status. You know, maybe he make over $100,000 a year. Most of these industries, pretty much all these industries that I'm naming, these 5 industries in this video, mostly are all over 6-figure earners. You know, most men that make over 6 figures may or may not be more likely to cheat because they have the money and the means to do so and to provide women what they want, and then women throw this stuff at them anyways because they know they got money, right? So just be careful of those men. So that's number 3. So number 4, the 4th type of job that men have that might be cheaters and usually might cheat on you, number 4 is entrepreneurs and business owners. So a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, guess what? They be cheating. Why, you say? They got money. You know, a lot of business owners, they bringing in a lot of money. A lot of entrepreneurs in their business, they getting fast money. They getting a lot of fast money, good money, right? Especially however good they model and market their business. They might be making 6 figures, 7 figures in some businesses, you know. Maybe he owned his own company. Maybe he owned whatever, his own building. Maybe he owned this, owned that. He just a business owner. You know, maybe he owned a club. Maybe he owned a restaurant. Maybe he owned a designer clothing line. Maybe he owned his own, you know, suites, you know, maybe his own commercial building. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he owns his own car detailing business. Maybe he owns his own, you know, mechanic shop, body shop, car repair business. Maybe he got his own, whatever. We can go all day about businesses, right? So a lot of times if he making a lot of money, and guess what? If he a business owner, a lot of times he might make his own hours. Maybe he got people under him that could do the work for him, or he can adjust his own hours to make himself more available to be able to cheat. You know, he can go cheat during the day. When you at work, this man can cheat because he an entrepreneur. He can do whatever, right? He got the whole day. He can do whatever. While you at work and you got stuff to do, he can schedule his time to do whatever, you know? Or maybe if he's the owner, let's say he's the owner of a club or a restaurant. A lot of women are going to want to have sex with him to get in the club for free. or to get special services for free. They get to say, oh, I'm having sex with the owner. Oh, I know the owner. I'm having sex with the owner. He owned this club. I'm going to get all my homegirls in the club for free. And we going to get a bottle. And we going to have fun and stuff. And, you know, this man, he gonna let it happen because he owned the club. And I'm giving him some booty so he could take care of me, you know, in the club. Or, you know, just anything, you know, so, especially depending on what type of business that man has, that woman might want to benefit off of that business. She might say, oh, you know how to do this and that. I've been trying to get in that industry, or I'm trying to learn how to do this and that. Okay, show me, you know, show me how to be my own boss. It's going to be a lot of women that's going to admire that man for going his own way, going his own path. You know, maybe not going the traditional route of working a 9-to-5. Maybe that woman, she don't want to work no 9-to-5 no more. She said, maybe I can learn from this man how to start my own business. So if I get with him, have sex with him, get cool with him, he'll teach me or start my own business for me, right? So it's some women that will get with an entrepreneur just to benefit off of his entrepreneurship skills, right? It's some women that would date him for the money. It's some women that would date him for the status, for the flexibility, you know, just for the comfort that he's available whenever and he got money. So he can be around you and he can spend money on you, right? Versus the other men that might travel a lot, they never around you. So sometimes it might be even easier to be a victim of, you know, being with an entrepreneur who is a cheater because it looked more appealing. But, you know, you just got to keep in mind that he does have more time with you, but he got more time to also cheat too. So that's number 4. So number 5, the 5th and last and final job this man might have that he probably a cheater. Number 5 is men that work in tech and IT and men that work in education. So let's talk about IT and tech, right? It's men that work in tech that, you know, maybe they work remote. They work from home. They work remote on the computer all day doing, you know, coding and tech stuff, you know, and they make a lot of money doing tech, right? They make over 6 figures a lot of times with the tech IT jobs. So guess what? He probably got money and he got time because when he not at work, you know, he work from home. So in between, you know, he can go do whatever. You know, he's still almost like an entrepreneur almost. He kind of almost live like an entrepreneur. You know, they get to work from home. They get to, you know, maybe work on a computer. They get to make a lot of money, you know, so it's kind of similar lifestyles. So with all this time and all this money, he might just cheat on you because he got the means for it. He got disposable income. He got so much money sitting on his behind on the computer all day. He just making money coding and clicking and dragging and typing and doing this and doing that. Hey, he rolling in money. Not even sweating. He can sit at home and do that work and make all the money. So women like to throw themselves at men with money, obviously. You know, and then let's talk about education. When I say education, I mean teachers, specifically teachers, professors. I'm talking about principals. I'm talking about anybody that work in the administrative staff for a school district, education period, a school district member, right? Usually like a teacher or a principal or something like a professor, you know? Now, some of those professors, they might make 6 figures. It's some professors at some universities that's making a lot of money. You might not think so. It's some college professors make a lot of money, right? Some of them do. Some, not all of them, but some of them in certain, you know, professions at certain universities, hey, they make some money. Now, not even them, but, you know, okay, teachers, you know, teachers may not make $100,000 a year per se, but maybe it's just because teachers maybe, you know, maybe it's because the lack of pay. Sometimes it might be the opposite with teachers per se. Maybe it might be the lack of pay. If they making 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 a year, maybe the lack of pay is like, man, I'm working these long hours. They might be depressed, might not like they pay. They got to deal with all these kids and all these, they got to babysit a whole classroom of kids, right? Of adolescent children, of teenagers, you know? So they got to babysit all day. They probably tired. They like, I just want a break. I want to get off. I'm stressed out. You know, I'm tired. I just want to just release and have fun and do whatever. So maybe he just want to cheat out of, you know, just being at his job, being a teacher. And, you know, some of them teachers be going through it. They be getting disrespected by the kids and all that. But still, that don't give him no excuse to cheat, though, you know. But usually somebody in education, you know, statistically. So if they work in tech, you know, or they work in the school district, education, then a lot of times they might be cheaters, you know, just like the college professor. College professor probably got a lot of money. Some of them professors, them college professors, they might be having sex with some of their students. Some of their students might be having sex, you know, to get a good grade, you know? You don't think some of them, you don't think ever in life a professor has sex with their own students? It happened a lot. You might not know it, but it happened a lot. Or not even their students, just people out and about because they got money and they could just have sex with whoever, right? Or they got the time to, or they stressed out because of their job, right? So anyways, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my top 5 job titles that men be having that are most likely to cheat on you. So be careful of those 5 jobs, okay? So ladies, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification for me. And I'm out of here. So, till the next video.